to become the person you aspire to be, you have to fundamentally change the person you currently are. You might have heard a saying like that before, or you might have heard a saying like, you can't build a new house with the same old bricks. These are two concepts that I am kind of familiar with, but at the same time, I didn't really get it. But tonight I was sitting around watching, a couple YouTube videos, watching a couple guys, live the lifestyle that I wish to live. They've achieved the goals, and they've put in the work to reach a place that I wish to be at, and a place that I'm working to get to. And as I'm watching these guys, I realize I'm so much farther away from them than I even thought. And it's not in the things they have, the place they live, the amount of money they have, whatever you want to talk about. They have way more than me. I'm a college student. Look at me. I'm in a empty dorm room. All my roommates moved out. It's just me in the corner now, so I can make a video like this. But it's not just the physical things they have. I look at these guys and I watch their personality. I really like to analyze personalities. I like to, see what kind of people, or what kind of, the best way to put it is personality. What kind of personality people truly have. What kind of person people truly are. And as I watch these guys, I realize not only is their lifestyle different, but their mentality is different. Their view on everything is different. And the way they carry themselves, that's the biggest one. The way they carry themselves is different. And, I'm on here preaching to YouTube, whatever, about this, but this is one of the biggest things for me. My personality, the way I view everything needs to change, right? The way I carry myself needs to change. My mentality is good. I've been working on it a ton. I really, really am happy with where I'm at, and I can't wait to just continue to go farther. I love psychology. I love the psychology of kind of hacking your brain, fixing your brain, and controlling every portion of what is in your mind. I love that. But the way I carry myself, I believe, needs to change. And this is a shout out to you too. If you have dreams, goals, aspirations, you need to fundamentally change the way you live your life, right? For me right now, I'm sitting here, I'm making this video, which is on my goal, my list of things to do every single day for the summer. But it's just one of those things. I didn't get to the gym today. I did try to go. It was closed. Didn't get to the gym today. I didn't read my Bible today, right? There were a couple other things that are on that list. I have a list of a couple things that I wish to do every single day over the summer. A couple of those things that I didn't do. And I'm sitting here thinking, it's okay. It's all right that I didn't accomplish these things. That's where I'm wrong, right? That's where I'm wrong, because the level of discipline it requires to do those things every single day, to do the things I want to do them, but it's at the same time, it's so much easier to sit here and keep watching YouTube videos, right? Keep someone called it mental masturbation. I really like that term. You're sitting there, you're watching people do it, and you're like, oh, this is awesome. This is awesome. You're watching people, not like, you get what I'm saying? You're watching people live the life you wish to live. And you're sitting here like, oh man, this is awesome. But you still haven't completed the shit you said you're gonna get done. That's what I'm doing right now. So I'm working through each and every day, starting to realize more and more, I need to change who I am. I need to change how I see everything. I need to change how I see goals, how I see the future, how I deal with money. That's one of the biggest ones. The people who have money detached from money before they had money. They detached from it before they actually reached that goal. I see buying things, over $100. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, whoa. I have plenty of money in the bank. I'm not rich by any means, and I don't have crazy amounts of money by any means, but I have plenty of money in the bank. There should be no reason I have a fear of it. So why am I not making money currently? Because I see it as something that's so far away from me. I see it as something that's unachievable almost. It's like, not unachievable, I believe I can achieve it for sure, but I see it as something that's like, whoa, I don't spend it, save it, be careful with it, because this is so important, right? When instead I should be detaching from it. That's one of the ways, the fundamental ways that I need to change. And there's plenty of different ways, there may be different ways you need to change. Viewer that's watching this video, it may be ideas around fear, it may be ideas around taking risks. That's another one I had to do. It may be ideas around like living a very down low lifestyle and not pushing yourself too hard. A lot of it depends on how you're raised. But you need to step away from what you think is true and embrace what you start to learn is actually true. Because the way you're raised, the things you've been taught as you're young, this isn't like my parents did a great job. I'm super happy with how they raised me. You know, I would never be where I'm at without them. But the way you're raised is so important. And there are things you're taught as a kid that as you start to grow up, especially in this day and age, that your parents never had to deal with. They never had to understand. They never had to even think about. And yet there's so many more opportunities out there. So you really need to start to observe all these opportunities and realize, wait, what am I doing that's making me not be at this level? You need to fundamentally change who you are. You need to carry yourself differently, right? I started out talking about carrying yourself differently. I think I got a little bit off on a tangent, but carrying yourself differently is so important. You need to carry yourself with confidence. You need to believe that I can do all this before you've done any of it. But then you need to actually go out and do it. Don't get stuck in the headspace of like, oh, well, I can do it. I haven't done it, but I can do it. And then just sit there forever. Because I did that for years. Now I'm actually starting to make progress, right? Carry yourself with confidence. Carry yourself with the level of respect you would hold for someone else who's doing the same thing, right? For these guys that you watch living the dream lifestyle, achieving what you want to achieve, you have a level of respect for them. Hold yourself to that same level or respect yourself in the same way. And you wouldn't look at these guys and if they did some heinous stuff, if you watched them be a bum, be a loser, right? If they got outed as you know, I don't even know a good example for it. But if you watch them, they got outed for doing some just stupid stuff, some bummy stuff that you're like, holy crap, I never thought this person would do that. All of a sudden, you're going to lose the level of respect because you hold them to a level of accountability, right? Because of how they carry themselves. You're like, I expect you to act like this. When they act below that, all of a sudden it's like, whoa, you need to do the same exact thing to yourself. Hold yourself at a level that you can't act below without feeling like shit, without being like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? This is not who I am. Because the way people that are up here, they carry themselves up here, and they work up here, and they live up here. Everything they do is at a higher level than what I do, what you do, what an average person does, right? They hold themselves to a higher standard. Okay? Hold yourself to a higher standard. Carry yourself differently. Carry yourself like you deserve the level. I don't even know the best way to put it. Carry yourself like you would want to be seen. Carry yourself like the people you respect. Hold yourself to the level of accountability that you would hold your father to. When I look at my father, I look at him and I'm like, this guy is someone who is disciplined. This guy is someone who works hard. This guy is someone who would put his family in front of himself every single day of the week, right? If he were to not hold up to that, which he always has, you know, all the years I've known him, that's why I respect him so much, because he's an amazing, amazing guy. But if he were to act below that, all of a sudden I'd be like, whoa. If he were to put his selfishness in front of his family, something he has never, ever done, I would be like, whoa. Do the same thing for yourself. Hold yourself to a level that when you act below it, it throws you off your entire course. Because then guess what? You're not going to act below it anymore. That's all I got to say. You need to fundamentally change who you are to become someone new. You cannot build a new house with these same old bricks. Thank you.